Here we have the contents of the hardware pack. These are the nuts, bolts and washers for putting the mower together. We need to put these hexagonal nuts inside the hexagon on the plastic nut. Easy way to do it. Just thread them on a tiny bit onto the bolt, push it in there and do the bolt. These bits we need now. The stops for the bottom of the lower handles and the screws and washers to fit them. Here we have the lower handle. These plastic bungs here go in the top. This piece here then goes in this hole here. What we can see from here is that the handle is not yet fully at the bottom of the handle tube, and it's important that the handle is pushed down correctly so that the bottom of the handle is in the bottom of the handle tube. And it can require a robust push and sometimes a bit of twisting to make certain that we get the bottom of the handle into the bottom of the hole. Next we take this screw and this little flat washer here, and they go in the top of that groove and screw into the hole in the handle. With the screwdriver, they need to be screwed up tight to hold the handle firmly in place. Next we're going to assemble the upper handle onto the lower handle. First of all, just make sure that you've got the cables untangled from the handles. So that one goes through there. Then we have a flat washer, and then the wing nut we prepared earlier. From the other side, the flat-headed bolt through the hole and through the handle, the washer on, the wing nut in place. Okay, we do these fully uptight, holding the cable or cables closer to the bottom of the handle. We put on this plastic cable grip, just put it in place and push it on, and that sits there. We need to attach the recoil rope to the keeper on the handle here, and to do that we have to pull in the OPC lever, which will allow us to pull the recoil rope out from the engine. Then that simply clicks into there, which is now holding the handle, the recoil handle, up there, and just need to tighten this up. We'll look at putting fuel and oil into the machine now. First of all, we do the engine oil, which is SAE 30. The oil goes in here, which is where this yellow plug is, and on the end of this yellow plug is a very small dipstick, so it enables you to check the level of the oil. The mower requires SAE 30 oil. We recommend Mountfield Universal Lawnmower oil, part MX855, and this is available at most DIY and all specialist garden machinery dealers. We need to put 0.4 of a litre into the fill hole here. 0.4 of a litre goes in here, and we can check the level on the dipstick here. This engine runs on standard unleaded fuel. We also recommend that you put fuel stabiliser into your petrol. This is Mountfield Universal Fuel Stabiliser. Get your 5 gallons of petrol, fresh petrol from the petrol station, and pour all of the contents of this into the petrol. Give the petrol a mix, give it all a good mix so that the fuel stabiliser is mixed in with the petrol, and that'll stop the petrol going stale, and it'll always make the lawnmower easy to start, and fill the tank with fuel. Next, we're going to attach the collecting bag to the collecting frame. I find it better to start at the top with the top middle plastic sleeve, which we clip over like that. The next one is this one here, which actually has to come through this gap. So we need to open it out quite a bit to thread it through like that. Okay, we need to open them out a little bit just to get them started and then press them home all the way down. We need to open this one out quite a bit to fit it through the gap here, like that. That one's on. And then again, we can go down the side. We can use the lawnmower to rear discharge the grass with the flap down in this position here. If we want to collect the grass, the flap lifts up and we hook the collector onto these two cleats here. So that simply hooks on the back of the lawnmower like that, and the deflector keeps the collector in place. To adjust the height of cut of the lawnmower, there is a lever on the rear here like this, which allows you to go up and down to select the height of cut you want. And we have the same on the front of the deck. On the hand-propelled version, we have 4 individual levers like this, and on the self-propelled version we have 3, 2 on the front and 1 which does both wheels at the back of the mower. Right, now it comes to starting the mower. This is a fixed speed engine and it has what we call a primer carburettor, so there is no manual choke. So we have to prime the carburettor by pressing this button here like this. Now it says on here prime 3 times. When this is brand new out of the box, there can be an airlock in the system, etc., and you might want to prime this as many as 20 times. Then we go to pull the recoil rope to start it. So having primed the engine, we need to hold this lever here, which is called the operator presence control. We need to hold that back to the handle. That releases the brake on the engine and enables us to start the machine. We get the rope firmly in your hand and taking the strain on it like this, pull swiftly like that. If the machine hasn't started in 2 or 3 pulls, prime it some more. This will only be whilst it's brand new. Once the machine's been running, it doesn't require many more than 2 or 3 primes to start. On a self-propelled version, we have this lever here, which when we bring it up to this handle, engages the rear wheels and drives the machine forward. When the engine's running on a push version, we simply walk forward to cut the grass. Service Link is Mountfield's own service centre, and there is a helpline number here. If you have any difficulties with your machine, give the call centre a call. They will either resolve it over the phone or refer you to one of our over 600 Service Link dealers throughout the UK and Ireland.